It started with the east-west Templar line that we've tracked a long way across the Czech Republic. But northwest of Brno, we recently have found two other lines, one going north-south and another one seemingly going in a parallel direction to the Templar line. This is what we'd found up until last weekend, and what I wanted to do was see if I could move that north-south line further north. So I travelled to this area here, just north of Brno. Černá Hora Brewery is a very good beer. And I visited these locations. I didn't take any videos at number 1 because that was just a roadside where I first found the two lines, male and female crossing the road. I then went to the village of Unín, and there I found the female line passing through this area with this cross. These negative lines seem to like crosses. They also seem to like wells and damp areas. And talking to one of the people who lived there a little after I shot this video, he told me that this area where the line crosses here is absolutely filled with natural springs and wells, as you can see from the nature of the land itself. I also saw this monument sitting on this line, and I asked this gentleman what it was, and it's actually the anniversary of the creation of Czechoslovakia 100 odd years ago, and it sits on this negative line along with the tree, the Czech national tree. And I asked him why it was placed there. He didn't seem to have any specific reason, just that it was a good site according to the villagers. This is where the male positive line passes through, a Czech post office, which they also seem to like, and this church. I didn't get inside the church, but it is dedicated to St. Peter and St. Paul, and it was built somewhere around 1371. In fact, the village probably is a 13th century village historically. Look at that beautiful tree. It's a national monument, national tree monument, I suppose, as you can see by the sign, and goodness knows how old it is, but it's absolutely amazing. I then travelled to the other side of the village to track the female line, again through this cross. The male line doesn't pass through the road, so I couldn't find it, but this female line goes into the village next door, and I was to find it not 20 minutes later on that piece of road that you can see off in the distance there. And once again, what did I find but another cross? It seems like this line really does like these crosses, or these crosses really does like the line. And here's another example of the female line passing through this small chapel, and yet another cross. I then found the male line, and it seemed to pass through this religious shrine in that area there as well. I then moved further north to another village where I found both lines, and again this is the female line passing through a small chapel and another cross. The swimming pool, the village swimming pool, is actually next door to that tree, so once again it liked the water. And when I got home and did a little bit of research, I discovered that there is actually a stone circle by this village, and it seems like it may lie on one of the lines. I have to go back and investigate. Now, before we all get excited, this is a modern stone circle that was erected relatively recently, but nonetheless it is interesting that it does appear like that modern stone circle pictured here may actually be situated on one of these north-south lines. And so basically that's how the map looks now, with this north-south line going some distance to the north. Obviously there's some gaps to fill in at a future date, and we can keep going north and south on this line to see where it ends up. Please do subscribe if you like these videos. Thank you.